Every river has a story, and this one begins with a seed. Not the kind you hold in your hand, but the kind you plant with intention. An act of care, a conversation with a neighbor, a promise to protect what flows all around us. The Clackamas River winds through our forests and farms, backyards and cities. It provides drinking water for 10% of Oregonians. It offers habitat for endangered salmon and steelhead, and offers refuge to furry friends and recreation seekers alike. But development, pollution, and climate change threaten the future of our rivers. The health of the Clackamas depends on what we choose to sow today. In 2025, we've planted more than trees. We've planted possibilities. Possibilities for cleaner water, cooler streams, stronger communities, and a future where our rivers are cherished. We are the Clackamas River Basin Council, and we want our story to be about you, about people coming together around what's important, one seed at a time. And who knows, we might even have some fun along the way.
At the Clackamas River Basin Council, we protect clean water, restore habitat, and support the people who depend on this watershed.
But real change starts with you and every project we take on together. Even a small act in a large watershed will grow into something that will last.
Here's a look at what we've grown together this year, starting with things that volunteers and people like you can do.
There are countless successful programs in our history that began as just a small idea. One of these is Stash the Trash. Hear from a group of volunteers how this free bag giveaway program has grown.
20 years ago, the Clackamas River Basin Council started the Stash the Trash bag program.
They provided a couple hundred reusable bags across 3 stands along the Clackamas River.
The program has now grown, and with volunteers like us, we now stock 13 stands with 6,000 bags.
One really cool thing about this program is that it came from a simple idea in a post-cleanup survey. Someone offered a seed of advice that we provide free bags along the river so boaters and floaters have a place to put their trash. And that idea turned into a full-fledged program.
And it's still evolving. Thanks to feedback from people like you, we're now recycling used bags and updating signs to help folks use them more effectively.
Hi, I'm Erin Holland, and I'm a volunteer out here on the river cleaning it up. And thank you to CRBC for providing the Stash the Trash bags to help in our efforts.
Your ideas, no matter how small, can create entire programs that impact thousands of people and miles of river. Keep them flowing.
What do pool noodles and White Claw have in common?
You probably guessed it. These are some of the common items volunteers pull from the Clackamas River during Oregon's largest on-water cleanup.
At the annual Down the River cleanup, we pick up all kinds of things out of the river.
At the 2024 event, we worked with 150 volunteers who contributed their time and energy to remove 2,000 pounds of trash from the Clackamas. Since 2003, volunteers have removed 44 tons of debris, the size of a gray whale.
Wow.
Hi, I'm Luke Spencer from Clackamas River Outfitters. I wanted to share that there's a new cleanup in town. The CRBC organized the first ever Upper Clackamas River cleanup last year, and 50 volunteers cleaned 26 dispersed campsites in the Mountain National Forest. This event is happening again this year on National Public Lands Day. You can be there and help support clean and healthy rivers. So come on out and join us.
Speaking of incredible volunteers, for the past 8 years we've partnered with the manufactured home community, the Clackamas River Community Cooperative. They own a piece of floodplain habitat along the Clackamas River where a lot of habitat work has gone down in recent years.
Years ago, Callie Howard moved into the community, and she fell in love with the floodplain area. But the space had previously been used as a yard debris dump and had considerable trash and weeds. Callie took action. She got a grant for trash cleanup, weed removal, and tree planting. And now, because of her initial idea and the help of lots of partners, the area has now benefited from over 6 large project grants, totaling in over $1.5 million.
With new grants from the Oregon Department of Land Conservation and Development and Clackamas Water Environment Services, much more good is to come, including large tree planting in the neighborhood, community gardens, and bank stabilization.
What do you get when you mix dead fish, high schoolers, and a little bit of competition?
Healthy streams and plants?
Yes. For the past few years now, we've partnered with Clackamas High School to bring students out to Eagle Creek to toss salmon carcasses from the hatchery back into the stream. As the salmon carcasses decay, their bodies nourish the stream.
When youth are exposed to conservation messaging, even when the activity involves decaying fish, or maybe especially when the activity involves decaying fish, those memories stick.
Inspiring youth can come in many forms.
Hi, my name is Jordan Bradshaw, and I am a new student volunteer board member for CRBC. My grandpa Riz Bradshaw has been involved with CRBC for over 2 decades, and over the years, I've been attending CRBC events with him. His involvement has inspired me to follow in his footsteps and volunteer my time to protect the Clackamas watershed for people and wildlife.
Thank you, Riz, for bringing another young person into the conservation fold.
You're welcome.
Hi, my name's Corbin, and I'm a youth board member for CRBC. I live in Estacada, and the river is critical to my life through recreation and daily necessities. Not only does it impact me, but it also impacts hundreds of others. To encourage and inspire other youth, the CRBC offers the Tim Shapar Memorial Scholarship to high schoolers pursuing careers in natural resources. Congrats to my good friend Elliot, fellow high schooler Logan, and Addison on receiving the scholarship this year.
For the past 15 years, our Shade Our Streams program has helped residents remove noxious weeds and plant native trees and shrubs along streams for free. And our Shade Our Streams continues to grow.
In the past year, we've signed up at least 16 new property owners along Beebe Creek, Rock Creek, and Sebin Creek. And with the help of contractors, youth crews, and volunteers, we also installed over 10,000 native plants along Pickle Creek in Sandy. Where thickets of blackberries once choked the creekside, visitors to this busy and beloved natural area now enjoy new trees and shrubs and returning wildflowers.
Even along our urban streams, every quarter acre of new riparian planting helps. So far, we have shaded over 40 miles of stream.
Thank you to our incredible landowners and funders, including Portland General Electric, Water Environment Services, Tigard Water District, Oregon Watershed Enhancement Board, U.S. Forest Service, and the cities of Gladstone and Sandy. Every seed counts.
When it comes to shading a creek, every shrub has an impact, but sometimes restoration needs a heavier hand.
Through our focused investment partnership, we work with over 15 partner organizations to improve habitat across the Clackamas Basin. Together, we're bringing side channels back to life.
Side channels are smaller offshoots of a main river, kind of like nature's rest areas. They branch off from the main channel and reconnect downstream, creating calm, shallow waters. Studies show that the bigger young salmon are when they reach the ocean, the more likely they are to return as adults. When young salmon have access to these side channels, they are able to grow larger due to the safe, calm waters where they can feed and rest.
In the summer of 2023, we enhanced the South Fork Clackamas River upstream from Estacada by placing more than 50 large fire-killed trees into the stream. These trees, some over 5 feet in diameter, are now creating critical salmon habitat where fire stripped the land. What's really cool is that now we can see the South Fork responding. The landscape is changing as the river carves new pools and channels under and around the logs, creating really important habitat.
These new aquatic nooks and crannies that our contractors built on the South Fork Clackamas will create safe spaces for fish and wildlife of all kinds. We will likely see native fish like salmon, steelhead, and Pacific lamprey finding refuge in the structures. Mammals like beavers will appreciate the installed logs, and we may even spot an osprey using the added wood to perch and have a snack.
Upstream, on lands owned by the Confederated Tribes of Warm Springs, we broke ground on the CTWS Side Channel Reconnection project. This site was heavily impacted by unmanaged recreation. Over the years, unauthorized users had built concrete and steel-reinforced dams and soaking pools which trapped and killed fish. But through this project, we obliterated 1/3 mile of roads, demolished soaking pools, placed logs in unauthorized parking area, and reclaimed 8 acres of riparian area. This 2024 effort nearly doubled side channel habitat at the site. We placed 500 pieces of large wood and created 7 large woody habitat structures to drive water onto the new and existing side channels.
After construction, we partnered with the indigenous-led contractor Mad Bears to remove blackberries, restore the soil, and plant more than 20,000 native trees, shrubs, and sedges. Even with a late start, the care they put into planting shows how the new plants are thriving.
Yeah, hello, my name is Matt McLean. I'm a tribal member of the Metapanaugia Micmac Nation. I'm also of Norse, Celtic, Slavic descent. I'm a co-owner for Mad Bears LLC. We camped out here and all we did was just sleep, eat, and plant trees. Really excited to see tribal members from Warm Springs fish out here. I hope their salmon habitats are restored, and a small part that we played in getting it all together, I'm hoping it helps.
This project would not have been possible without the support and involvement of the Confederated Tribes of Warm Springs. We are grateful to have them as a partner in restoration. A year later, using our underwater GoPro, we can see thousands of juvenile coho salmon using the habitat we created together.
Hello, I am Isaac Sanders, Clackamas River Basin Council's Restoration Project Manager, and we are currently standing in the middle of our Beebe Island Side Channel Reconnection project. This project will open up this side channel to have more flow in the winter and in the summertime to provide habitat for juvenile fish as they move down the river. This large wood you see behind me will go into an alcove, which is an embayment of water to help provide more complex habitat in the stream. And we are also further down the side channel going to plant a bunch of willows on an island to help create more habitat in the stream.
Before this project, summer flows often left water stranded in the side channel, where it warmed to over 80 degrees Fahrenheit, far too hot for salmon, steelhead, and other cold water species to survive. When that overheated water eventually returned to the main stem, it also degraded water quality just upstream of the community's drinking water intake.
What's unique about this project is the 2 former gravel ponds nearby. In one of my trips out to the site, I noticed a turtle basking on a log. It turned out to be a western painted turtle.
Did you know that Oregon has 2 native turtle species? The western painted turtle and the western pond turtle. Both are considered species of concern by the state of Oregon.
To protect these little guys, we are planning a turtle habitat project in these ponds, complete with basking logs, graded banks, and nesting mounds.
To add even more value to the project, we're going to be treating noxious weeds and installing thousands of native plants on 26 acres surrounding the project site.
In these videos, taken in August of 2025, you can see our contractors breaching the excavated side channel, allowing the river to flow in freely. Incredibly, just a few hours later, our contractors at Biohabitats captured video of steelhead trout entering the newly enhanced channel.
Hi, I'm Dave Bugney, past chair of the Clackamas River Basin Council. One of the most important watersheds in the entire basin is the North Fork Eagle Creek, historically home to many coho and winter steelhead. Over the years, habitat degradation reduced fish populations substantially. After 5 years of planning, public outreach, and fundraising, we achieved our goal of completing a landscape-scale, three-pronged project. This involved placing over 370 large logs in 42 engineered log jams, utilizing Vertol and Chinook helicopters along 6 miles of this creek in combination with riparian planting with native trees and shrubs, coupled with vitally important fuels reduction treatments. This project is a remarkable example of community involvement and ecosystem resiliency over a broad spatial extent.
This summer in 2025, we had more helicopter work along another stream, North Fork Deep Creek, not to be confused with the North Fork Eagle Creek project that Dave shared.
Hi everyone, Brian Vaughn here from Metro. I'm a natural resource scientist. Today we're out on North Fork Deep Creek placing large wood to promote habitat for salmon, steelhead, and lamprey. This is an important partnership project between the Clackamas River Basin Council and Metro, and we're placing 31 log jams with 272 pieces of wood.
This is yet another example of a project that adds large wood back into our waterways to promote water quality and give wildlife what they need. This practice has become necessary due to the historic removal of logs from streams, disrupted natural processes, and land use changes.
Our restoration projects improve water quality by planting trees and adding wood for habitat. But not all threats are visible.
In the United States, we use roughly 1 billion pounds of pesticides every year.
Pesticides and herbicides can wash into streams and harm fish, wildlife, and even our drinking water.
With support from the Oregon Department of Agriculture and Environmental Quality, we have sampled 5 Clackamas tributaries for over 130 pesticides. This data helps us focus outreach where it's needed most, like Deep, Sebin, and Neuer Creeks.
Thanks to new ODA funding, we're now offering free pesticide safety workshops in English and Spanish for licensed applicators, a key step in keeping pesticides out of the river. You can also help by taking our pesticide pledge and committing to reduce or eliminate pesticide use. A lot has happened in the Clackamas Watershed in the past year, so what's next?
With Oregon Watershed Enhancement Board support, the Clackamas Partnership is looking forward to revising its 2018 Strategic Action Plan to incorporate lessons learned over the past 6 years of fish habitat restoration and addressing new priorities including resiliency in the face of climate change and enhanced engagement with tribal partners and underserved communities.
Your small actions, whether it's showing up to volunteer, sharing an idea, or offering support, are the seeds of change that grow into lasting impact. Together, those seeds protect the Clackamas River, an environmental treasure that connects us all. With increasing development and climate change, every action matters. Join us in ensuring that when the river thrives, we all thrive.
Is it recording?
No. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sudden complete brain fart.
Cleanup, something or other.
So what was it again?
And I forgot what I was gonna say.
Fire killed.
Trilled.
Acre.
Callie Hallie.
Over.
Callie Howard. I'm tongue-tied for some reason.
Yes.
Callie.
Yes.
Landowners.
They need
Tongues.
Salmon carcasses or dead fish?
Tongues in my way.
Carcasses.
whatever
Toss
into the-
carcasses. Okay. Toss salmon carcasses. Okay.
But
I feel like Joey Tribbiani.
But I
I can do this one more time. Okay, one more time.
Right, okay, let's do that one more time.
Let's try again.
And you go, let's just start over.
Nope, we're gonna read that one. 'Cause that's not their name.
Can't say my last name. Okay.
Okay, let's try again.
One more time. Derp.
That can be my blooper.
Yeah, what do you mean you have them throwing decaying fish in there?
Freaks.
I just wanted to make the cut at the end.
Nope.
Stands. I was at the end.